Milan-Roma 3-1, golazo de João Félix. Believe. Wow, guys. Wow. They're setting up the stage for the derby. It is quite clear. Milan won the 3-1 against Roma. Now we're going to be facing the winner in between Inter and Lazio. And I can see that the derby, we're going to have another derby. Yeah, I can see that. I can almost smell it. It's in the air, guys. It's something that is about to happen. There is a chance, actually, that in 2025, from January to May, there is a chance, a remote chance, that we're going to be playing five derbies. One that we just passed, two in Coppa Italia, and two in Champions League. I don't know if I can handle five derby in 4 months, man. I know that it's good for viewership, and when up there, when they smell money for the viewership, they be like, okay, let's set it up, no wondering, on the other side of the Coppa Italia there is Bologna and Juventus, and on this side there is Lazio, Roma, Milan and Inter, because they know that if whatever happens, is going to be a good viewership on this side at least. So they rather have a top quality on the right side and shitty on the other one, instead of two shitty matches. But beside that, guys, we have to talk about what has been today. The 3-1 against Roma. We saw for the first time, João Félix and El Bebote Giménez. Very, very, very good impression. Let's start right away from this, and then we're going to start analyzing a little bit the match, because, of course, 2 assists of Theo Hernández, 2 goals of Tammy Abraham. Great saving from Mike Maignan. One other great performance by Walker. I want to talk about Moza, everything in this video, so let's go through and Billy. Now, let's talk right away about the new players. So what are my expectations on these players? Let's be very honest here, guys. My expectation on Giménez and my expectation over João Félix are completely different. Why? Because on Giménez, it is a player that is at 23 years old, just arrived in Milan. I can see the way he touched, the way he controlled, the way he looked, the way his chest and his shoulder are directed towards the goal. And that is a sign of a very, 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 it's a very good sign, of course, but it's a sign of a deadly striker, somebody that doesn't say anything else. He just see the goals. And I love that. And I love that because, first of all, that's something that Milan needed. Instead of having players that keep looking in the back and passing the back, we need somebody that has that in the mind, okay? I think tonight he was really, really excited, okay? And not saying that he was insecure, but I was saying that he was very excited to play the first time because, of course, it's a dream for himself, as his word says. He got wow. His reaction was wow when he heard about that Milan was interested in signing him, and he got even the goosebumps, So that will be, any of us imagine playing the first match in San Siro. Everyone is waiting for you. He played well. I think he got an assist for João Félix, but my expectation over him are a little bit lower, especially now in the rest of the remaining part of the season we have. Because I know he's a player that is going to grow. I know he's going to be a player that is going to give a lot of satisfaction. And I know he's a player that is going to stay with us for a while. So I'm not expecting to do big time now. So great to see El Bebote. Really, really good and good impact for sure. Good reading, of course. Talking about reading, João Félix, absolutely king of the reading, of the position, of the dribbling, of the back working. Really good, really good. My expectation over João Félix are way higher than on Giménez, because Giménez I will give him time. Meanwhile, Giménez, he has 6 months to convince us rossoneri that he's actually worth it. I know he's on loan and we don't have an option to buy, but but on his side he has Mendes. Mendes is one of the most powerful, probably the most powerful football manager in the world, that if the kid want to stay, will want in the future stay in Milan, of course, they're going to find a solution with Chelsea, without doubt. My expectations, however, are big because he's been with us for the last, he's been on the top level for the last 5 years. On the last 5 years, he's been in between Chelsea, Barcelona, Atletico de Madrid, so he's been really, really on top clubs. His salary, he's huge, and he's talented, but he never found his momentum. Now he's playing in a club led by a Portuguese, Conceição, with one of the best Portuguese player, which is Rafael, which is one of the senators now of our dressing room. So he got pretty much the keys to a comfortable staying in Milan. So I'm expecting things, and I'm excited because honestly, that was a great goal. The goal of João Félix was extremely exciting, guys, because how many times we saw Morata missing that kind of goal alone in front of the goals? How many times we saw Abraham missing that kind of goal? A little, very gentle kick under the ball, and it just simply scooped over a Svilar that couldn't do anything. Really like Svilar, by the way. He's a great goalkeeper, I think, in my opinion, but really, really confident touch by Felix. Really delighted us, I would say, today with that kind of goal. So I'm very, very happy. I think he was awesome. Assist from Giménez, goal of Felix in a moment of the match that Milan was winning 2-1. Don't let you fool by the fancy, because I know now the people will say, will hype us. The hype is going to be real, and then you go to Empoli and then you draw 1-1. There is nothing to celebrate. I mean, yes, Roma, it was a tough opponent for sure. They also got a disallowed goal on the moment that we were leading 3-1. They got disallowed a goal for outside. That could have changed the chemistry of the game for sure. However, it is I think we still have a lot of problem back there. And that's why when Felix and Giménez came in, it's clear that Milan passed with a 4-4-2, which is it'll give you a little bit more of compactness, it'll give you a little bit more of balance. Felix is a second striker that plays along with Giménez. On the left hand side, initially we were playing with Pulisic, then Leao. On the right hand side, we play with, for example, with Musa. Now let's talk about Musa. Musa is a player that I'm always curious, but he is so fucking inconsistent. He's so freaking inconsistent, and he is a player that has a huge potential, but he is already already the second year with us, and I think if you need to step up this year. If you want to have if you want to become a regular starter of the season, he need to step up, because so far it's been in my opinion too much volatile, too much. We don't know where he plays exactly. Is a CC? Is a CD? Is a right wing? Because now Conceição is playing as a right wing, which is a good position for him, because actually our right wing is the balance wing. The left wing is the attacking wings. So Musa physically is important. Speed and counterattack are important for Musa. He's not very good in the last, in my opinion, Musa is not very good in the last 30 meters. He shoot few times, but he never been lucky. I think he hit a post against Girona. He got a couple of shots even tonight, but it's not really his role. So he need to develop. But he doesn't have too much time to go, because I think if he need to step up, this has to be the season. And I hope that he can play a little bit more constant if we don't have any other option, because Fofana and Reijnders are clearly two different levels than Musa. Clearly. So the right side is a little bit more conservative, meanwhile the one on the left is a little bit more active. The one that on the right side is a little bit more conservative. Conservative, is that correct? The right word, conservative? Well, anyway, is the one a little bit bring balance. The player that definitely on the right wings bring more balance. It's what's his name? It's Walker, Kyle Walker, that even tonight played a solid match. Even tonight give confidence completely to the defense, to a Tomori that feels his back. Pavlovic and Tomori, I think we saw them few times in the beginning of the season with Fonseca, but they were not there. I don't understand why Tomori now it's like much more confidence. It's much more, because do remember the season of the Scudetto Tomori was incredible. Then he got a season where he was always nervous. But my question is, he was nervous because actually Milan was shaky, so he became nervous for that, and now that it's still shaky, but the direction of the coach are very clear to each player, so he doesn't have to spend time hype up the other and bring a little bit more of alert. That's why he's becoming solid again. I think Conceição picked Tomori. He told him, you are the starter, but show me that you can do. I will break the balls to everyone, but show me your best professionalism. And Tomori so far is amazing. Together with Walker, giving a little bit more of stability, giving a little bit more of health support, and Walker is very good at reading the situation. Really good at reading situation, bring experience. Very happy as Theo Hernández, because Theo in a match day like this, when he brings up 2 assists, I don't think there is many things to say about Theo Hernández. Theo Hernández is this. It's a player that when he's in a good day, like today, we see him, especially in second half, doing a couple of counter attack. We were like, wow, man, Theo it's always freaking good, man. The problem is then we go to Empoli, then we go to Cagliari, then we go to this, to that, and then he go back to sleep. I don't think it's gonna happen with Conceição. Still, we have a lot of problem defensively, but I think with the new module 4-4-2, we are slowly working on that. Conceição wanna have a compact team. Everyone works with each other, everyone's run the same. It is quite clear that 4-2-3-1 is, this team cannot handle it. So he rather bring home results on something that he's able to do, which is the 4-4-2, which is the most classic. I don't think there is anything more classic than a 4-4-2 in modern football. I don't know how many teams play actually with the 4-4-2, because a lot of teams, they are actually going on the 3 defenders, so they're going on a 3-5-2. But we'll see. This is what we have. We cannot give up Theo. We cannot give up Walker. We cannot give up our 2 midfielder, and especially our winger, which is in this case is one of the best players in the world, Rafa Leao. What else? Happy for Abraham. Very happy for Abraham that he decided to play against his team, his best match, and I'm sorry for Roma, because Abraham, we know he's not this, like Abraham is a lot. However, he's fighting. He last few matches, I think he's really giving his best. Against Inter, he played a good match. Against Roma, played a good match. He got a good feeling with the rest of the team. Low key, I'm not expecting that he's not gonna go. This is the level of Abraham, but if he keeps this kind of working rate, I will be convinced, because at the end of the day, we Milanisti, that's all we want to see, spitting blood for your team. That's it. We want to see that you care, you want to see that you fight, and as a striker, we also expect that you score goals, and that's what he delivered today. So it has to be Tammy Abraham, the MVP of the match. The light of the match, clearly João Félix, but the best 2, Theo Hernández and what's his name? Tammy Abraham. That's all, really guys. This is it. It's freaking 5 a.m. here. I'm watching the replay of Leganés against Real Madrid, but yeah, they're setting up slowly the stage for the derby. It's gonna be tough. On Wednesday, next Sunday, we're gonna play against Empoli. Extremely important match to win against Empoli, because come on, can we please bring home 3 points against Empoli? Empoli that since the beginning of time has never been an easy match. I remember Empoli Milan with prime Kaká. Kaká scored a goal from 30 plus meters last minute. Last year Empoli, when Milan was winning 1-0 and then draw eventually with a goal of Ballo-Touré in the last minute. So Empoli is always hard, and I'm not expecting an easy match against Empoli. Let's see what's gonna happen. Other than that, I'm going to sleep, and I wish you a fantastic day. Forza Milan.